Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Jails! Okay. All right. I can hear me now. Good evening, everybody. Hi, how's everybody doing? Okay, so we're going to make a pretty big over-the-top centerpiece. So I kind of wanted to think outside the box. Hello, Miss Cindy and Barbara and Terry and Debbie. Good evening, Melissa and friends. Hi. So we're going to make a pretty big over-the-top centerpiece, okay? I've put a lot of thought into this. And the good thing is that I've put all the thought into it. You don't. So, here we go. All right. So what we're going to use is we are going to use the small wreath board and two of the rectangular boards. Isn't that a great shape for a centerpiece, my friends? Why not, right? And what we're going to do first and foremost, we are going to zip tie these together. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lovely Mr. Chocolate bringing me a cup of decaf. He made a cup of coffee, y'all, and it smells amazing, so he made me a cup of coffee. What? It's not decaf.
It's not decaf. Once we do it, I'll drink it.
I need caffeine like I need a hole in my head right now. Okay. So we're going to butt these boards up to each other. If y'all don't mind, send me to the Kentucky Derby. Y'all like that? Look at this. Bad hair, don't care. Look. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're going to butt these up together. And zip tie them. Oh. All right. Okay. Now, this is actually going to be a little bit floopy, but that's okay because, oh, haha, I knew I could break a zip tie. I didn't even have to cut it off. I've done that before a couple times, cranking down on them. Because I have a plan to stabilize it, okay? So I just kind of want to show you that really quick, my plan to stabilize it. You could take cardboard, foam board, whatever you want to do. Ooh. Goodbye, creepy crawly. And we can cut this to stabilize it. There's other things that you can use. If you want to. I just kind of don't see the need, and you might, so I just kind of wanted to share an idea with you. Okay? Alright, so first and foremost, we're going to have to put the pipe cleaners in. Okay? So I've already folded them. to load my board, and we're going to flip this over to load. I would not use dowels on the back, because if you put a dowel on the back to stabilize it, then it will not sit flat, my friend. So unless you're going to run two squares on the back side, think about that. If you wanted to use something like a furring strip, they're really cheap at Lowe's, and zip tie that to the back, you can. I do have another idea to stabilize it, which I will share with you here in a second. A paint stick, you could do that, but there's a reason, like, whoop, slow down, my friends. Slow down for a second, because there's a reason we have to take this step by step. So all the ideas that y'all are sharing right now are absolutely amazing on how to stabilize it, okay? But keep in mind, this is a centerpiece, so we have to be careful what we put on the back, because we don't want it scratching a table. And I promise you, thank you for all the ideas, but wait till you see what I'm going to do first. Trust the process. And then we can jump on amazing ideas to stabilize this. How about that? Okay? Okay, loading that like that's going to take forever. So let's get around here and get down to brass tacks of loading the board. So we're going to do every other around the outside. And we're just doing this around the top because our mesh is going to be here, 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 here. So we're basically only going to use 8 holes on the round board, and for, oh, the mesh, did I found something wrong here? Maybe. Did I do something wrong here? I did. I did something wrong here. Something. I did something and it's off. I did. What did I do? I accidentally used the hanger holes. Okay. So, oopsie on that. But now we're back on track. Okay. By the way, Tina Kelly, you'll be so proud of me. Okay. I remembered to save the tags from my mesh today. I have finally gotten like conscious of, okay, we might need that product number. Yay! I'm so proud of myself some days. All right, moving on. And so now we're going to load this board exactly the same way that we loaded this one. Okay? Everybody with me so far? You are? So we're going to flip this over one last time to finish getting our zip ties in. Now, you can load this definitely before you zip tie it together. However you choose to do it. Somebody's going to have to keep me on track tonight. I can see this happening. I bet Judy Baker's here. She can help. She probably just smacked her forehead like, isn't there enough people trying to keep you on track, Jackie? I'm just here to visit and hang out. Okay. As y'all can tell, once again, I definitely don't need the caffeine. But here we are. Okay. Now, my friends, we are on to step 3 of this, and you're going to be sitting there scratching the heads once I show you this next step. All right. I have flower pots. So you have to put your pipe cleaners on before the flower pots, unless you're able to find flower pots that are smaller on the bottom than what I found, okay? There's a reason for these flower pots. That's why I'm telling y'all, don't put the cart before the horse, folks. Not tonight, okay? All right, everybody called me out. Thank you for keeping me in line. All right, so first thing we're going to do with these flower pots initially is we are going to hit a couple of the high spots. And that's just initially, y'all. On the flower pots, excuse my head, but I have to get in here to kind of like make sure that this is centered. Okay, there's one. And now we're going to put these on. And I'm pretty much so actually relying on my overhead camera at this point instead of hanging my head over. Now, yes, I'm putting these flower pots in a specific location. I have already measured it out. Okay, because this is a case of I don't want to give it all away. Okay? All right, so now we're going to flip this over, my friends. Okay, and I'm going to take my trusty handy dandy ice pick, and we're going to use some zip ties to fully secure our flower pots on. Come on, back out. Y'all, I will argue with my tools in a heartbeat some days. Okay. This one kind of went awry, but that's okay. That's why we're going to zip tie it on, my friends. Amazon. I got them on Amazon. Oh yeah, you can use a small drill, but I've used an ice pick to do that because they're plastic. And I have found that the ice pick works just fine. So, okay. But I got these on Amazon and I got two different sizes. This is a 4-inch and these are 6-inch. Okay. One more and then we're basically kind of like ready to rock and roll. Now, I got these, like I said, I got these off of Amazon, the flower pots. We're going to check, make sure everything's good and secure, because that's important, and it is. So the next thing we're going to do is now it's time for my idea on how to stabilize it, and it's kind of simple. Is we're just going to use a couple of popsicle sticks, my friends. And the important thing is that we zip tie them as close to the joint as possible. And don't worry, my friends, I'm getting ready to cut mesh, and we will do our little chit chat while I cut mesh. Okay. Ta-da! Just remember, people, if you think that this is taking a long time, I want you to think about something, okay? One of the simplest things that we do as crafters is snowmen, okay? And it takes a lot of effort to build a snowman, but when we're done, we're satisfied. So if you think that my project is complicated, just think about that for a minute, because there's more to this. I'm not done yet. Okay. All right. Moving on, my friends. And I'm going to put my ice pick up so I don't stab myself in the hand with it. Okay, so by my count, if I'm correct, we're going to need 18 pieces of mesh. And tonight we're going to cut the mesh 25 inches. Now, if you want to only use one roll of mesh to do something like this, that's absolutely fine. With 18 pieces of mesh, you only need to cut them 20 inches, okay? And then that will be one roll of mesh. But I want to cut these 25 because I'm going to want to roll them in because the heavy foil frays really bad. So that's why I'm doing that. All right. Just in case I miscounted ties. Honey, my table is 8 feet long. I've got my Cricut set up over here. You kind of can't see what's going on to the other side over here. But I have some other stuff going on my table. Y'all like my pink mat? Me too. All right, so we're going to start on one side and just go around. We're going to roll this in and ruffle our life away. Isn't that mesh pretty? mesh is in stock in several different choices, y'all. I love it. But I love the border mesh anyway, but this heavy foil, yes! It speaks to me, y'all. Well, I don't want to do Tina Kelly's job. Let's see if she comes up with the SKU first. If she doesn't, then I'll be more than happy. But I'm pretty sure y'all just want me to keep ruffling so y'all can see what's going on. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Keep ruffling, Jackie. And there it is. Tina Kelly's like the pinch hitter. Maybe I do need more coffee. Because I'm quiet all of a sudden. And I don't know why. See, that's why I don't let y'all see my face, because you should see my face when I'm concentrating. People think I'm mean mugging when I'm concentrating, and I'm not. And hello to all my YouTube people. I'm horrible. I keep on forgetting to say hello to everybody on YouTube. Like, shame on Jackie. Yes. No.
Okay.
24, 24, 8.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, Miss Laurie. I was wondering when curiosity was going to get the better of her. Hey, Cheryl. I was wondering when Laurie was going to show up. Because I knew even Laurie was curious about my project. She wondered what I was doing. What you doing, Jackie? What you doing? I'm fixing to make myself sit down, y'all, as soon as I get all this mesh on. I'm going to sit down while I put all the ribbon on. Is that okay with y'all? These are Unique in the Creek boards. You can get them at uniqueinthecreek.com. Okay. I had to say it one time. I'd hate to disappoint people. Tina Kelly can take it from here. But I had to do it that one time. It's kind of gotten to where it's expected of me, I think. So, I would hate to disappoint people. Yeah, I'm just rolling it over enough because the heavy foil frays really bad. So that's it. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. I'm glad somebody thinks I'm funny because my family doesn't. But I think they're freaking hilarious. Tiffany's doing good. She's doing good. The rectangular boards come in one package. That is correct. Tracy, if my family doesn't laugh at me, I'm like 200%. I've learned to be okay with that because that just means I don't have a sense of humor anyway. I have an extreme sense of humor. I have learned to laugh about a lot of things. And I have learned first and foremost, if I can't laugh at myself, I have zero right to laugh at anybody else. So the joke starts here, me laughing at myself, before I will ever laugh at anybody else. Now, if we're friends and you fall, I'm gonna laugh, y'all. I'm gonna laugh, but I'll pick you up. I promise. I will pick you up off the floor. I'm not trying to laugh in your face, but I'm gonna pick you up. No, that's okay. Thank you, though. Anybody else like that? Like I'm that kind of friend? I'll pick you up off the floor, I promise. But don't expect me not to laugh. That's all I'm saying. All right, so let's throw down with some ribbon now, y'all. We're going to use two. We're going to use a Christmas ribbon and just a general pink ribbon, which y'all will see. All my colors and stuff will come to light here eventually, just not this second, because I like surprises. I like surprising y'all. I have learned that if I show everything up front, that people try to figure out what I'm doing. And then when they sit there and they're trying to figure out what I'm doing, I like the guessing game better. I was a horrible friend one time. One time, y'all, but my daughter, she clutch hit for me. My daughter was there. She was the clutch hitter for me. And I had a friend that fell one time. It was really hilarious, y'all. But it wasn't my fault that it was so hilarious. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, that was another friend that made the whole situation absolutely hilarious. And I couldn't stop laughing to save my life. I was laughing hysterically, like pee my pants. I was crouched in a corner, trying not to pee my pants laughing. But my daughter, she went over and was trying to, she was trying to pick them up. I don't think Laurie has these ribbons, y'all, but she does have some really nice selection of Christmas ribbons and stripe ribbons for you to customize this to your Christmas decor colors. She's got red and white candy stripe. She does have all kinds of different colors. So just customize the ribbons to your Christmas colors, y'all. Well, I'm making this for a friend of mine, y'all, and she kind of has like a different kind of decor, but I know that she has a lot of gingerbread stuff, so that's kind of why I'm going with this theme. The ribbon tails are 12 inches. The reason I'm doing the ribbon tail 12 inches is because this is going to sit on a table, and I'm trying to keep it all reeled in because this centerpiece has a purpose. I promise y'all. It has a purpose. Tracy, when my friend, her grandbabies moved away, and she was gonna go start seeing them for Christmas and stuff like that, and she decided she just wasn't gonna put up a tree anymore. I made her a 5-foot tall, and it was actually bigger than 5 feet. I made her a 5-foot tall wreath to hang up instead, because I was like, she wasn't canceling Christmas, but now she has like the biggest wreath, and it was 5 feet tall. And I gave that to her for 1 year for Christmas, and I'm like, I don't think I could ever top this Christmas present, and I haven't since. Flip it around. Hey. Who's new tonight? Anybody new tonight? Oh, Judy Baker. The only thing that's new about you is the new wreath you made today. If you want to see more live videos from Unique in the Creek, type in !notify, and you will receive notifications of when the design team is going live on Unique in the Creek. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all the new people and all the friends. Jackie's quiet. I don't like. We need something to talk about while I'm putting ribbon on, y'all. I swear I can multitask if I could just think about something to talk about. Everybody else talks about what they've had for dinner and they talk about food and whatnot. And I haven't had dinner yet, so we can't talk about that. So don't do that to me because I'm hungry. So, as always, y'all, you don't have to ribbon it up like I do. Do it to your taste. You just want to put one piece of ribbon, go right ahead. There's some people that like to see more mesh than ribbon. And that's fine. Anything that I teach, it's a guideline, my friends. I don't set anything in stone. I have some X's I might set in stone, but for different reasons. But anyway. Do y'all ever feel like Tina Kelly wears a cape like Superman? Here she comes to save the day. That's how I feel about Tina Kelly. I love her. All right, next up, flex tube. I already cut the flex tube, y'all. And we're gonna like really flex tube this up tonight. What we're going to do, let me roll this mesh up out of the way. We're going to put 3 pieces of flex tube in every tie. Because I wanted to add some more pink to this and really pink it up. All right, so we're going to go 2 pieces of pink and 1 piece of silver. And we're just going to overlap them, roll them up, kind of like a little bow, my friends. And once again, we're going to take the 3, going to kind of overlap them and make a bow and put 1 in each tie. If y'all hear that, that's my stomach talking. So forgive it. It knoweth not what it says. You know what? Tina is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. She has the lasso of truth that will tell you the correct product number. That's Tina Kelly. There you go. "24 inches. I cut the tubing 24 inches, y'all. I wanted this to be really fluffy. So that's why I'm like really flex tubing this up. And to me, I made a trade-off. I could have used greenery or whatever in here. So I'm making a trade-off between the cost of the greenery and the flex tube. So it's kind of like personal choices. Well, I do declare, if it isn't Mr. Brian Shook, Who's Fred Smith? Good question. I bet Mr. Brian Shook would have no problem sending me to the Kentucky Derby. He might even meet me there. Run for the roses. Brian, I'm ashamed to admit, but I've lived in Kentucky almost my whole life and I've never been to a Kentucky Derby. Shame on me. I should go one time just so I can wear one of those big hats. Could y'all picture me doing that, wearing one of those big derby hats? I can, very easily. Do what, babe? My husband said I can. I think they do too, Brian. I think everybody should try making a Kentucky Derby hat one time. It's, just for fun, y'all. Fun. Fun. Have some fun. Life is too short. Whoops. I just fixed that ribbon and then I skipped it. By the way, I used a lot of flex too, but I love the way that it looks. Judy, I have to buy hats. And I know everybody thinks I've got a big head and a big ego, blah, blah, blah. Truth be told, that I have to buy my hats from the little kids section. My head's not as big as what people think. Just the hair. As my husband chimes in, just the hair. Oh, Miss Barbara has a beautiful collection of hats, y'all. I can tell you that much. She has a beautiful collection of hats. I mean, beautiful. I've seen them in person, y'all. If you can buy shoes from the kids section, you're my hero. I'm over here. Unfortunately, I have big feet. I can buy, most of the time I have to buy my tennis shoes from the men's section because they don't have my size and women's shoes in stock. Even though the size that I wear is not a common size, they just don't stock a lot in my size. So I end up, a lot of times buying men's shoes. Also, most of the time, women's shoes are a little too narrow for my feet. And people actually used to make fun of the size of my feet. And I'm here to tell you, if anybody does that, I have the perfect comeback for it. Okay? And of course, back then when I said it, I was in my, basically I had my girlish figure, y'all. Okay? But I'm just going to tell you, to this day, I would still say the same thing. Okay, I think we have all the flex tube in before I put this down. I would say the same thing today that I said then. Okay? If anybody tells you you have big feet, tell them you have to have a firm foundation to build such a temple. Bow down and worship. My friends, I am quick-witted to a fault. And I mean to a fault. Alright, so we're going to add some ornaments. And what we're going to do, we don't have to hot glue them in. We're just going to use the pipe cleaners and tie them in like so. I can be snarky if needed. Alright, I'm going to have to make a small adjustment here in a second, and that's fine. Now, I bought these ornaments. These ornaments came from Hobby Lobby. Look, y'all, if anybody knows me, they're already going to know I'm not painting anything. Anything. If I don't have to paint it, this comes from experience because I can paint, y'all. I can. I don't like it. It's not me. Like, kudos to those of you that do. That's not my speed, folks. Okay. Okay. All right, so this whole thing is going to be sweet treats. So I have a couple more things to add. We have some ice cream cones, y'all. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Two different styles. By the way, like, this is how I package away my supplies. Organizing tips by Jackie. Instead of leaving stuff in the box, because sometimes it's too big, I get bags and put them in there to condense it down. All right, so let's see. Now, keep in mind, y'all kind of can't see these like overhead, but when you're sitting at a table, you're going to be able to see these better and it's going to look better. So, like, don't panic. And I'm just dry putting them in, and I had just enough. Yay me. Okay? Everybody with me so far? The ice cream cones came from a place called the Ribbon Shed, and they sell Unique in the Creek boards as well. Honey, ain't nothing here glass. Oh, no. None of my Christmas decorations are ever glass, my friends. Never, 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 never. Okay, so we're going to kind of like, I'm going to put these in on the pipe cleaners. And I accidentally pulled my flex tube out. That's fine. So I'll just whoop and stick it back in. Yeah, that's the other reason, Karen, that I didn't care if they didn't look necessarily like ice cream cones, or you could see that they were ice cream cones necessarily. Because they have like the candy sprinkles on them. So it still looked candy-ish, no matter what view you saw of them. Does that make sense? Whoop! Snowballs. Now, there's part of it that I'm not going to do live, y'all. Okay? Unless y'all want a part 2. If you want a part 2 to this, y'all will just have to ask. Once I show you, you may want a part 2. I don't know. Kind of like viewer's choice if you want a part 2 for this one. Y'all don't know if you want a part 2 yet. Just hang tight. Hang tight. Because I'll still see you Monday. Doesn't matter what, y'all. I will still see you Monday. Okay? Doesn't matter. Can you hear me now? Sorry about that. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is lollipop, lollipop. Okay. God, I gotta quit doing that. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our lollipops together. Now, what I did, y'all, was I poked holes in the top to get ready for this, to put these together. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these down, the sticks down quite a bit. We don't need the whole stick. So we're going to cut that down. And we're going to end up with flying sticks all over the place. Now, these are actually really good sticks, y'all, so I'll probably keep them for something else possibly. And I'm going to leave the bow on, y'all, because that's one less bow that I have to make. Oh, what I was telling y'all is I can't deliver myself for my facial expressions. Do not take my facial expressions intentional, because when I'm concentrating and thinking, okay, don't take it personal, my friends. And this little bit of ribbon that's on here, I'm just going to leave it on because it's really, really cute. But what we're going to do, because I have 100 tools at my arsenal, I bought a set of files. These are files, y'all. I bought them at Walmart. They're really, really cheap for a full set, and it's got a whole collection of things in there. But that's what I'm going to use to poke the hole into the styrofoam, into my mug. And that's what I used to poke the hole in the top of the lollipop, because I needed the hole big enough for the stick. For the stick! So we're just going to kind of look and pray that this is center. It looks like it is. It is, it is. Oh! Okay. And we're going to make sure that this fits like a dry fire, my friends. Ooh. Like so. And it's kind of going crooked, so that's why you dry fire before you hot glue these things, especially the styrofoam, because sometimes it goes crooked, and we don't want it crooked, my friends. Okay? So now we're going to shoot some hot glue down in there to hold this part. And now that we got that part, like I said, the ribbon that was like wrapped around the lollipop where I got, I'm leaving it because it brings something to the table. There's no reason for me to not cut it off. Now, I went through a lot of effort planning this for a specific reason. Which we're about ready to get to. Okay, sorry you can't see the top of it, my bad. Okay, here is the pièce de résistance. The reason that the flower pots are spaced far apart like they are. And the reason I used flower pots is because I wanted this to be a stable construction, okay? Because when you go to serve like your Christmas dinner or something like that, you usually have to remove the centerpiece, right? So I did this so hopefully we don't have to remove the centerpiece. So I've got some charger plates so that you can use these for serving your dishes, hors d'oeuvres, kind of thing. Okay? Whatever you want to put on them for your Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving, whatever. And then you put your goodies. And I haven't decorated the pink trees yet. And I think my camera over here is too close for y'all to really get the full effect of this. And I think I'm all the way zoomed out. And I am. Actually, I think my mic is in my front camera right now. So what I got for the trees was some little ornaments, and I'm going to add some ribbon to it. So that would be part 2 if you want to see how I finish decorating this. So do y'all want to see a part 2 to see how I finish decorating this? To finish it off, I'll make sure my camera's backed all the way out so y'all can see it better. Part 2, part 2, part 2. That will be Monday, my friends. You'll have to wait all the way till Monday. Absolutely. You can leave the chargers blank if you want to. Absolutely, that's pretty cool. Just put a candle up there. Whatnot. But I thought it would be cute because they have like these mini tree skirts. My friend has a lot of her own decor stuff. So I wanted to leave her room to put her own little tchotchkes on here. Y'all know what I mean? She's got her own little tchotchkes, her gingerbread, and stuff like that. So I wanted to leave her room to decorate it with her tchotchkes. Make sense? What do y'all think of my idea? Come on, y'all. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Like. If y'all want me to keep going, I'll keep going. But usually people don't want to hang out that long. So I was trying to be nice. I've already been on here for an hour. I try to keep it at an hour for y'all. No more than an hour. Look, Judy's like, well, I'll hang out. I seriously, I need to eat, y'all. So I haven't eaten this evening. So I need to eat. All right, so Monday we will finish this project, y'all. We will get the trees decorated and add a few little more things to it, because, you know, some people might want to know how I decorate these little trees. That's fine. And look, y'all, even if, I just want to show y'all something, even if you could just use the mug and the trees in a centerpiece like this in the same design, you don't have to go to the as far as I went with the charger plates, but I just kind of wanted a different kind of centerpiece. Why not? All right. I will see y'all Monday. All right. Y'all have a great evening, and I will see y'all Monday. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time is what time I'm here Monday. Bye, y'all.